of ADT 2025, last panel of the year for the summit. Once again, thanks Milad, thanks Girum, and thanks Tilok. We now come to the closing session of ADT. We still have a reasonably full house, so I'm glad that many of you are here till the very end to hear some of the closing addresses from our industry leaders. So we're going to hear from our speakers from MasterCard, from Mint, and ourselves from Extensia to share with you some closing insights on what did we learn over the last couple of days, what's in store for the next coming year, what have been some of the key takeaways from the various moderators and keynotes that we've had today. We've also had workshops, fireside chats, demos, solution showcases, and so on. So thank you all for being here till the very end. Those of you who have been posting on LinkedIn and Twitter, once again, the hashtag is hash ADT 2025. The first person to give us a closing address is from MasterCard. I want to invite Elfagin World Georges, Business Development Director for Ethiopia, Somalia, and Sudan at MasterCard, to please come up on stage and give us his closing address. A big round of applause, please, for our big supporter partners and industry leader, Elfagin World Georges. Elfagin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What an incredible summit, right? It has been. As you wrap up this 2 transformative days, I'm truly inspired by the dynamic discussions, innovative ideas, and shared vision that we have emerged. I would like to express my profound gratitude to the Ministry of Innovation and Technology and Extensia, of course, for organizing this pivotal event and bringing us together to explore the theme of harnessing a new wave of opportunity. Over the past 2 days, we have explored many dimensions of digital transformation, reflecting on both the opportunities and challenges ahead. From the insightful keynotes by Honorable Dr. Balatamullah, Minister of Innovation and Technology, outlining Ethiopia's national digital priorities, to emerging panel discussions, tackling infrastructure challenges, emerging technologies, and governance, every session has brought us closer to, realizing our collective ambitions for a digitally transformed Africa. MasterCard remains steadfast in our mission to drive digital transformation, not just in Ethiopia, but across the world, with a global goal to integrate 1 billion into the digital economy by 2025. We are proud to be nearing this target, having already connected over 870 million people so far. Every collaboration brings us closer to a future where everyone, regardless of their background, has access to digital opportunities. A cornerstone of our strategy is Community Pass, a shared interoperable digital platform connecting underserved communities to essential financial and digital services. This initiative has already impacted over 5 million people globally, including in Ethiopia, where we are working with Cooperative Bank of Oromia to expand access. Community Pass exemplifies the power of digital financial service in driving economic inclusion. The progress we have seen in Ethiopia and beyond reinforces the inputs of these solutions in bringing gaps and creating opportunities. A key takeaway from the summit is that collaboration is quite essential. Our discussion with policymakers, business leaders, and tech innovators have reinforced one truth: digital transformation is a shared journey. By working together, we leverage diverse expertise, resources, and technology to build a more inclusive, connected, and innovative digital ecosystem. Thank you for your insights, engagement, and commitment to advancing digital excellence in Ethiopia and beyond. Together, let's keep transforming challenges into opportunities for a digitally empowered future. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. That was Alfred World Georges. This is the director from Ethiopia, Somalia, and Sudan at MasterCard. Thank you so much, Alfred, also for bringing to the conference such good speakers for a panel discussions to share their insights on what's happening in fintech. Thank you so much. We have 3 more addresses and a big surprise for all of you. We're going to end with a big group photograph with all of you on this stage. Okay, so get ready, put on your best ties and all that stuff, etc. Anyway, first I'm going to invite our COO of Extensia, Adrian Hall, to please come up on stage and give us his closing address. Many of you may have met him already in interactions with him over the past several summits and including this one. Adrian, over to you for your closing address at ADT 2025. Thanks, Adrian.
Thank you, Miles. Sorry, Madan. Excellency, all protocols observed, beg your pardon. Thank you to all of you. Once again, you've proved that from an Extensia event, people stay and stay for the duration and contribute enormously to the value of the event. So your attendance, your participation is essential. I'd like to make a few brief special mentions. If I could start with Trilok Davisingh, Director of IT at the ICT Authority of Mauritius. Thank you for the long journey that you've made to join us here and your contributions on the program. Samba Conte Koulibaly, from Chairman of Regulation and Communication at ACE Cable, a very old and established friend of Extensia. Erkan Satik, Director of Cloud Ecosystems and Alliances at Wingu, Africa. Samuel Chawanda, CEO and founder of Click Mobile. Fiona Asonga, CEO of Tespok, and the technology providers of Kenya, of course. Chidi Ajuzi, our long established friend and somebody who travels long and far to join us at the Extensia events, but contributes greatly to the agendas as well. Thank you very much again for your participation. Special mention also, especially of course, to MasterCard for their contribution in supporting the summit so consistently over the years. Without your support, this event would not be possible. But also with the support of Raxio Data Centers, Wingu, Safaricom, and of course, our very good friends at Flawless Events, without whose contribution we would falter. You may not have even seen or noticed them, but that's what makes them special. So maybe if I could just ask our friends from Flawless to stand, wave, and say hello. And Jordan, you don't get away with it as well. So please, thank you very much. For the Ministry of Innovation and Technology, MINT, our heartfelt thanks. You don't just contribute to this event, you support, enable, and you're the driver behind bringing everybody's awareness to the developments in Ethiopia. We're extremely grateful for your participation and your involvement and your continuous support, without which, obviously, the event wouldn't be what it is. So thank you, Excellency, and to Minister Moller, who's not here today, and for the contributions of Sium and others that have been instrumental in the organising committee supporting Extensia to put this event together. I'd just like to say a big thank you to you. Quick thank you also to strong supporters and sponsors of the event, Near Fiber, Debau Towers, ABS, Mobile Technologies. We're grateful for your support as ever. It's important, it's essential. This event is valuable. I dare say that, even though I am with the organisers responsible for putting the event together, without being conceited, I think everybody can agree this event brings people together. And a number of people say to us, we meet people that we live next door to, but we don't see until we come to an Extensia event. So it's essential for that, and your support and your involvement is what keeps it going. So please do keep it going and keep your support going. We appreciate it, and we thank you for it. This event is Accelerated Digital Transformation. It's about accelerating digital transformation. Digital transformation is going to happen anyway, but we need it to happen quick. Technology happens quickly. The programs, the sessions, the speakers that we've heard over the last 2 days have given us an insight into how we can magnify the process and accelerate the process. Long may it continue. Thank you for your involvement to all of the speakers, and much appreciated for your involvement and your support, and to all of you for attending. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Adrian. Let me now invite His Excellency Yeshurun Alemayehu, State Minister from the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Technology, to please come up and give us his closing address. A big round of applause, please, for Minister Alemayehu.
Good evening. How's the 2 days, the summit? I think you have enjoyed. Thank you. We have arranged a visit for you to visit Adwa Memorial Center, but unfortunately, we heard that most of you are leaving tonight. Then we postponed it for next time. So next time you'll visit the center with its owner. So I invite you to come the next ADT 2026. I hope so. Thank you. Uh, Distinguished guests, esteemed panelists, innovators, speakers, partners, as we conclude the ADT 2025, I'm filled with immense pride and optimism for the future we are collectively shaping. Over the past 2 days, under the theme Harnessing a New Wave of Opportunity, we have engaged in transformative in discussions on the critical role of technology, artificial intelligence, and digital governance in driving inclusive growth and innovation across Africa and beyond. The rise of machine learning and artificial intelligence, especially the generative AI, has unlocked unprecedented opportunities, but it has also highlighted the urgent need to address digital divides and mitigate harmful impacts. Our discussions on AI practice and policies underscores the importance of building trust, transparency, and accountability to our strategies. Ethiopia is committed to fostering an AI for our culture, supported by robust data infrastructure, quality algorithms, and inclusive policies that leave no one behind. From the operator's perspective shared during the fireside chat, it is clear that providing world-class services and inclusive access to remote areas remains a shared priority. Ethiopia is proud to be at the forefront of expanding connectivity and digital infrastructure, not only within our borders, but also to our neighboring countries. We believe that collaboration rather than competition will be key to unlock Africa's digital potential. The FinTech Frontiers keynote reminded us the transformative power of financial innovation. From, from mobile wallets to remittance, Ethiopia is embracing partnerships between telecoms, banks, and startups to drive financial inclusion and economic growth. Similarly, the discussions on data infrastructure and digital governance emphasize the need for harmonized policies that balance innovation with consumer protection and public welfare. As we look ahead, Africa, Africa's business process outsourcing BPA market presents more than 10 billion opportunity by $10 billion opportunity by 2029. While automation and AI maybe disrupt traditional jobs, they also offer a chance to create next generation hubs of innovation. Ethiopia is ready to collaborate with African nations to build a competitive and sustainable BPO ecosystem, leveraging our young, dynamic workforce, and strategic investments in digital infrastructure. In closing, I urge all stakeholders, governments, private sector leaders, and innovators to continue working together to harness this new wave of opportunity. Let us build a future where technology serves as a bridge, not a barrier, and where every African can thrive in the digital age. Finally, I would like to thank the organizers and all of you for your commitment, your insights, and your partnership. Together, we will accelerate Africa's digital transformation and create a legacy of innovation for generations to come. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice trip. Bon voyage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Minister. A big round of applause, please, for the Minister and the entire team at Mint for supporting this conference for the past several years. We now come to my final address. I want to thank all of you for being here towards the end of the day. Five key takeaways I have from my interactions with people in the last couple of days. First one, excitement and passion. I didn't meet a single boring person for the last couple of days. I mean, it's okay to be a boring person as long as you're doing some good work, but there's so much passion and excitement in this crowd, in this audience here today that I absolutely loved interacting with all of you. The second big thing takeaway I have from this group is speed. How fast technology is moving. Yes, yesterday we were talking about a few years ago talking about SMS messaging, whatnot. Then we moved to smartphones. Now we're talking about AI, Gen AI, quantum computing. So the speed of evolution of this industry is phenomenal. The third key takeaway I had was opportunity. For the first time in this event, we had a full panel on the Africa BPO opportunity. And thanks to our friends from Mint for suggesting this topic to be included in our summit. So clearly, there's a big chance for many African countries to get into the BPO market. At the same time, there are risks. One of them is the risk of lost opportunity. And I'm sure you all heard the previous panel, the one before the previous one, actually, where we heard all these young creators talking about if you don't get the right infrastructure, investment, and support here, gamers are going to go to Dubai, they're going to go to the US, they're going to go to the UK, to other markets. So you're going to lose a lot of talent, a lot of opportunity if you don't move fast on your ICT agendas over here today. And last but not least, we also heard about responsibility. We had panels on inclusion and diversity, and it's very important for the ICT sector to also step up and do its thing for the rest of society. So I'm going to summarize some of these takeaways into a report which I shall publish later next week. It'll be about a 10 to 15 page report, and it'll have three sections. I won't bore you with all the details, but the sections will be the three T's: technology, traction, and talent. So we'll talk about technology. We had two or three panels today and yesterday on emerging technologies and how that will transform Africa. But you also need traction. It's important to have a good business model around these technologies to make it have impact in society, to have impact across the economy and society. The third one is talent. We heard every single year we hear how the requirement for talent keeps increasing. The bar keeps going up. You need not just people with skills in networks, but you need now skills in AI, in Gen AI, in XR, in IoT, and so on. So the bar keeps increasing, and that's another key takeaway from our report. Some other very interesting highlights from the past couple of days. One was we need to add one more kind of AI into AI, which is you need to add African intelligence into artificial intelligence. So right now, a lot of the models are more US or European centric, understandably, it began over there, but it's not enough for us to just use those models. Believe me, all over the world, China, India, Africa, this discussion is going on. How do we create our own LLMs? How do we harness AI for our own needs? And this echo is happening right here as well. Another one was light touch regulation. I liked a speaker from Mauritius who talked about how regulators are often behind the curve and sometimes they jump too far ahead of the curve and they just put too many restrictions on technology. So you need to have light touch regulation to put some safeguards but allow innovation to flourish so that startups and new kinds of innovation can stay in this continent. We also heard about the importance of frugal innovation, how DeepSeek was a wake up call to the whole AI community who thought you need to have these big giant companies controlling AI. But here you have another company using frugal innovation in hardware, in software, in architecture to build the next wave of creative generative AI. Another big theme that came out in our sessions was convergence. We are seeing more and more how deeply intertwined the mobile worlds and the finance worlds are converging. So it's not just technology evolution, but technology convergence. That's a big part of what's happening in our space today. And last but not least, as mentioned by many of the speakers in the last session, the importance of collaboration. No one country, government agency, or company can do everything on its own. We all have to collaborate even more than before. Um, we now come towards the end of this summit, and I want to end with a few personal reflections. I just ended up with some professional takeaways. On a personal note, we've all loved, our whole team has loved coming here to Africa, to Ethiopia especially. This is our 10th event in Addis. Both myself and Tariq, our CEO, have celebrated two of our birthdays here when this event was here in March. So we have a very strong personal connect to this place. How many of you have birthdays this week? Statistically, 3.7 of you have to have birthdays this week. So don't be shy. Any birthdays? We have a whole party lined up afterwards. I guess you're very shy. That's okay. Yeah. Anyway, the next big question, of course, is where do we go next? When is our next summit happening? When are the other events of Extensia happening, etc.? So we're still in discussion about the next ADT. We also have, since this is our 20th year anniversary of Extensia, we have another flagship event of ours called Innovation Africa Digital Summit, and we may bring it to maybe Kenya. We're in discussions with other countries as well on where to bring this event. So that's another big flagship event of ours. We also have C2C, Connect to Connect Africa, coming up later this year. So please do stay in touch with us for our future events and see what can happen later on this year. Um, Last but not least, in addition to all the people who have already been thanked by Adrian and by Tariq and by our other two speakers, I want to thank, of course, the team at Flawless. Will you all please stand up and take a bow, all of you, ushers included? Rise, rise and shine. Also, the team from the Sheraton Hotel. We've had 10 events over here, and a big wave to the people behind the scenes over there. Thank you all so much. They're almost like a family. Thanks also to my colleagues over here, Tariq, Adrian, Miles, and Farsad. Where's Farsad? Please stand up. And where's Miles, Adrian, and Tariq are here. Tariq, also please rise up. The whole Extensia team, please rise up and take a bow from the audience. Last but not least, the biggest round of applause is for all of you. Please, all of you, give yourselves a round of applause. This is the end of ADT 2025. Not quite the end. I promised you all that big surprise, the group photograph. So, can we get this podium off the stage? Can we get maybe a row of chairs over here? And we're going to take a giant mammoth mega last photograph with everyone in this photograph. We took some photos on the first day with the minister and the other supporters and partners of the conference. But now I want to invite every single one of you to come up on stage, starting with this table right here in the front. Will you all please come over here? The ministry team, Extensia team, Sayum, thank you, Sayum, also for all your help with our event. And I'm going to have maybe 6 or 7, maybe even 10 chairs over here in the front. And all of you get ready to stand on the sides behind the chair. Maybe some of you can even sit over here on the steps over here. But let's first get these chairs out here. Um, and also, can you crank up some nice music? Where's Mr. DJ? Thanks for the music you've been playing. And let's have a few more tunes while we wrap up towards the end of the day. So, this is last chance to come literally on the same stage as all of us. Shake hands, exchange business cards if you haven't done that already. And then say, uh, not really goodbye. Goodbye is a rather bitter thing to say. But the good thing about Accenture is we're always coming back. So, for us, it's bittersweet. It's sad to say goodbye to you, but sweet because we know we'll see you again in a different avatar, in a different garb, in a different way. So this is not goodbye, but to echo under Schwarzenegger, we will be back. Anyway, so while the chairs are coming up over here, anyone else want to say something else? This is your chance to come and have a few words. Silok, you want to come here and just say a few words of goodbye since you've come the longest and everyone's acknowledged you as well?
Just a short note to say thank you to our beloved chairman, Madan Rao. Please give a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madan, again. So it has been a real pleasure to interact with all of you. My first visit to Ethiopia, and yes, yes. And then thanks to Madan, in the last panel, it wasn't planned. In the introduction also wasn't planned. So thank you again for all the interaction was really marvelous.
Thanks. Thanks, Silok. Please have a seat over there. Everyone, it's not a joke. All of you come up. I won't come around you with a mic and drag you up here, but everyone, please come up. Fiona, Chidi, each one at the table take the initiative and come up. This is going to be a fantastic photograph. It's going to break the